Hey, it's Joe Crump. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a huge buyers list and be able to send them emails, texts, voice blasts, do it all in 5 minutes and be able to sell 20% of your properties to them within 3 days. Once you get to a list that's got 500 or 1,000 people on it, that's the statistic that we're typically seeing. So once you go through this process and start building a list and start doing deals, it's not hard to build a list of 500 people in a very short period of time because a lot of people respond to lease option ads. And we develop these ads through Craigslist, through Zillow, through Facebook groups, through signs in the yard, through signs around the area, through other types of advertising that I teach. Sometimes we drive them to a website like this clone site, which teaches them how to buy, rent to buy homes and asks them for their information. And when they fill out this form and listen to this audio, and this audio, by the way, gives them this information. It teaches them why rent to buy makes sense and how to buy these types of properties. So when they listen to this information and fill out this form, then their data, all the information about them, what they have, how much they got for a down payment, all that information goes into the lead sheet in the auto marketer. So when you come to the auto market, you'll see that you've got buyers in here. And on this particular account, I don't have very many buyers in this account. These are just test buyers right now, just to show you how it works. So they can come in through the clone sites, or you can create a new lead and put one in manually if you prefer to do it that way, or if you're speaking to someone on the phone or they called on a sign, and you can just type in their information here, and you can put in the information that you need about them and save their changes. If I just type in the name of a new buyer, and I type in their email address, and then I can save the changes, and it's going to take me to the larger lead sheet. Now I can then add them in as a buyer, I can add them in as a seller, and I can also put more information about them here, and I can edit that information. I can add a property to this lead, or properties that they might be interested in to this lead. So once the leads are in the system, then we can go to our lead management tool, and we can see the leads that we've got that are in the buyer section by picking the buyer thing and then clicking on search, and it'll pull up all of our buyers. Now, if I want to put these buyers into a follow-up campaign, I can do that as well. I can click select all, so it selects all of these people. So what I can do next is I can edit the follow-up campaigns, and I can add these people to the follow-up campaign. I can either remove them from campaigns or I can add them to a campaign. So if I scroll down here, I can find the rent-to-own buyer campaign and add them to that campaign. And if I save changes, it'll put these two leads, that's all I've got in here right now, into a follow-up campaign. And if I just want to check to make sure they went in that follow-up campaign, I can click on this little doodad here, and it'll show me the campaigns that they're in. And so they're in this campaign. Now let me show you what the campaign actually looks like. This is the follow-up system. If I scroll down, I can actually see what's in these campaigns. And I put them in this rent-to-own buyer campaign. So let's take a look at this campaign. I can either clone this campaign or I can just view it, which is what I'm going to do here. And when I view it, I can see the series of emails that go out to these buyers. There's 17 emails that go out over 41 days. And also during that time, you're going to be sending them individual broadcast messages of new properties that you have for sale. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. But let's say I just want to look at what these emails say. Let's start by looking at this second one here. I'm going to go in here and click on this button, and it'll pull up the email itself. You can see there's merge fields here. There's website merge fields here to send them to the clone site that's applicable. And you can go in here and you can make modifications, like changing a typo like that, and then you can save it. So that's one way to talk to your buyers list. The second way is to send them broadcast messages. If I want to click on broadcast messages here, I can send out a message, a text an email or a voice blast to anybody, to any group of people. And so if I go in here, I can pick whether it's text or voice or email. If I want to just send out an email blast every time I get a new property for sale, I can create an email with all the information. I can add pictures. I can add attachments to that. I can add merge fields for the lead. I can add a subject line, and then I can save it and go on to the next piece, which is doing a little search to send the message. And then I can put in the tags that I want in order to pick the group that I want to send. Let's say I want to send it to buyers. I can do a search, and all the buyers on this particular list will come up. And then I can hit broadcast message to these two leads. Right now, there's like 2 buyers in this particular account. One of them doesn't have an email address. So if I send out an email, it's only going to go out to one. If I want to get rid of one of them, I can click on this button and it'll remove them from the list and it'll only broadcast to the one. If I ask it to send out a text message, then it's going to allow me to put in some messages here. Also, if I want to put in a link here, I can type in the link and put in a long link. And let's say I want to shorten this because I only get 160 characters in this. I can create a tracking link by clicking on this button here. And it'll shorten it and keep track of the amount of clicks and unique clicks and total clicks. So it's pretty cool. And then you can send this one out the same way.